Hi, this is Swan with Swan Amity Studios, and in this video we're taking a look at using a fractured quilting pattern in my new pillow from Brilliant Leaves pattern that I'm using my new broken glass line from Island Batik for. And let's take a peek at making this fractured concept. Since the pattern, or since the fabric line was called Broken Glass, I thought it would be fun to just go ahead and do something that was just a basic fractured element as the quilting in this piece. All we're doing is making some sharp, jagged lines. So you'll notice that as I'm moving the fabric, I'm just giving some little sharp changes to the direction that I'm going in. Now there's no particular rhyme and reason to what I'm doing with the shapes themselves, as long as what they offer me is that fractured element. And you can see how that's developing, lots of different directions. Like we said, no absolute right answer, no absolute wrong answer. And I'm going to produce that all over the background of this project. Now from time to time I'm also going to run into the next leaf. Now I like to start by ditching my applique, but in this case I ditched one leaf, and as I come up to the next one I'm just going to go ahead and ditch the next one. And you'll notice when I'm ditching something, I'm really looking to get the needle as close up to the edge of the applique as possible. And just ride my needle right along the edge of the applique. Now, if you hop the edge of the applique from time to time, it's possible it will be just a tiny hop and it won't be very noticeable. So don't get too disconcerted if it happens in a minor way. And if it happens in a really obvious way, you can stop and take that stitch out if you want to. You can decide if that's really too noticeable for what you were aiming for. But a lot of times it's just a tiny hop over the edge, and it's barely noticeable to anyone, even though it might be really glaringly obvious to you. Other people might not see it that much. So ask yourself if it's going to be super obvious. If you were to look super, super closely, I jumped the edge of my applique right there, but almost no one will notice that. I'll know it's there, but it won't really be that big of a concern. So ride the edge of your applique with all of your ditching stitches. Decide what the best way to go with that is, and then go back to doing your design. And that might save you a few stops and starts when you're trying to do a quick background with your quilting. I'm going to come around the edge of this leaf here, and as I do, I'm going to come right back to my little fractured design. My ditching isn't right up to the edge in every location on the leaf, but it's pretty good in most of those locations. And there we came back to our starting point. Now I'm just going to run out to the tip of that leaf and go back to making my fractured pattern. So check out the Brilliant Leaves pattern. See how beautiful it looks with these absolutely gorgeous batiks from the new Broken Glass line from Island Batik. The Broken Glass line was designed by Kathy Engel for me, Swan Sheridan at Swan Amity Studios. And we hope that you love it. And happy quilting.